everyone. Right, we're going to go through some questions that some of the children have found quite difficult. The first one up here says, 2 men eat all of their Easter eggs in 20 days. The greedier man would have eaten them all in 25 days on his own. How many days would it take the other man to eat all of the eggs? Okay, so this is a tricky question. So 2 men eat all of the eggs in 20 days. Now, on his own, the one greedy man eats them all in 25 days. Okay, now if we take this greedy man on his own, after 20 days, you've got to think what proportion of the eggs he would have eaten. Well, after 20 days of his 25, he's eaten 20 25ths, because on day 20 he's got to 20 of the 25 of them. So if we simplify that fraction, we get 4/5. So he has eaten 4/5 of the eggs. Okay, by day 20 he's eaten 4/5. That means that how many fifths did the other man eat by day 20? Have a think. So if the greedy man's eaten 4/5, the other man must have eaten 1/5 of the eggs by day 20. Now, the question says, how many days would it take the other man to eat all of the eggs? Okay, so if he wants to eat all of the eggs, he wants to eat 5/5 of the eggs. So we times that by 5, we times that by 5, and we get 100. So it would take him 100 days. That's an extremely difficult question. I wouldn't be expecting any of the Year 4 children to even be able to attempt these. These are really the top Year 5 questions. So if you're understanding that, you're doing extremely well. Right, so the next question is a simultaneous equation in disguise. So it says 4 chocolates and 5 toffees costs £1.66. 5 chocolates and 10 toffees cost £2.90. What is the cost of a toffee? Now, whenever you do these questions, it's always best to write them out like this. 4C plus 5T equals 166. Okay, so 4 chocolates, 5 toffees cost £1.66. Then it says 5 chocolates plus 10 toffees equals £2.90. Now this is difficult because both of the things are different. You've got 4 here and 5 here, 5 here and 10 here. Now for this, you have to do a simultaneous equation. You have to either set the chocolates equal or the toffees equal. Now it's not very easy to set the chocolates equal because they don't go into each other. However, the toffees do go into each other. You could turn this into 10 toffees by doubling the number of toffees. Now if you double there, you have to double the whole thing. Okay, so underneath, double the whole thing. 8 chocolates plus 10 toffees equals, and then double that number. Okay, so 332. Then you can just ignore this bit. Okay, now you can see that that equals £3.32 and that equals £2.90. Think what the only thing is that's different between those two equations, and it's the chocolates. There's 3 chocolates less on this one. So we know that 3 chocolates must be the difference between those two numbers. So 3 chocolates equals 42p, because there's 42p difference between those. Therefore, 1 chocolate must equal that divided by 3, which is 14p. Okay, now this question actually says what is the cost of a toffee. Now you have to be very careful that you don't think, yes, I've done it, I've got it, and put that in your answer box, because I see children do that a lot. If a chocolate is 14p, you know that 5 chocolates are going to be 70p. 70p add something gets you to 290. And that's going to be, can you work it out? 70 add 220p. And that's the cost of 10 toffees. So what's the cost of just one toffee going to be? 22p. Okay? So these are simultaneous equations, but they put them in with various things like chocolates and toffees or apples and pears, all sorts of things to try and catch you out. But it's exactly the same. Okay, this caused a lot of problems. It says a rectangle is split into two smaller rectangles, labelled A and B. Okay, now whenever a shape question comes up, it's always a good idea to draw the shape out. So you've got A and B. A is 1/7 of the original rectangle and is shaded. Okay, so this is 1/7. Therefore, you can already work out that the other side, B, must be 6/7. Okay, then it says 1/3 of rectangle B is chopped off. Okay, so they're cutting off 1/3 of it. Now this is the hard bit. They're cutting off 1/3 of 6/7. Okay, 6/7 was this bit. Now can you remember what of means? Of means times. So we times those fractions across. 6 21s, which will cancel down to 2/7. Okay, so we understand that 2/7 has been chopped off of there. Okay, now originally we had 7/7. 2/7 has been chopped off. So now we only have 5 slices left because we had 7 of them, we chopped off 2 of them, so we only have 5. Now this was 1 slice out of 5 slices. So the bit that's left is 1/5 of the original shape. And that was extremely hard. So well done to the 2 children that posted on the Facebook page that managed to work that out. That was fantastic. Okay, if there's any other questions that you find that you're, when you're doing your test papers or when you're doing your pack that you received tonight, then by all means send me an email or private message my Facebook page, or if you'd like to order one of my packs, then again email my Facebook page or my email address. Thank you.